Well, it seems we have another crazy person running for president in 2020. That's right, guys. I'm talking about Kanye West. Kanye West appears to be losing his mind. Over the past couple days, he had a bizarre campaign rally, and he has made a series of equally bizarre tweets that he has since deleted. This whole story is really crazy, so today I want to talk about just that. I want to talk about Kanye West losing his mind. As we've learned from Trump and Biden, apparently the only qualification you need to actually run for president is being batshit crazy. Now, when Kanye West first announced that he was running for president 2 weeks ago on Twitter, I was really surprised. I made a video about it, and I made a lot of jokes about it because, to be honest, at the time, I kind of saw it as like a big meme, and I also kind of saw it as like a funny joke about how, like, hey, if you hate Trump and you hate Biden, kinda like me, well, there you go, you have Kanye West now, right? A couple days later, after this announcement tweet, one of his, like, advisors or something said that he actually wasn't running for president. So then I was thinking, okay, it must have just been a big publicity stunt, whatever, who cares? But then, all of a sudden, in another bamboozling twist, Kanye West filed the necessary paperwork and then announced a campaign rally in South Carolina. Here are some clips from his bizarre campaign rally in South Carolina. I want to react to this, I want to talk about his now deleted tweets, and I also want to talk about mental health. So let's get started with this.
I'm not trying to quiet your voices, actually, so I don't want to say that in an improper way. I just haven't had the time to word it in the most elegant way possible. So that's a Steven move. When Harry...
Okay, so far, I get that this just started at the beginning of some kind of a clip, but I have no clue what he's talking about, and it really does kind of sound like he's rambling. But here comes the real kicker. Here comes the Harriet Tubman roast.
Harriet Tubman. Well, Harriet Tubman never actually freed the slaves. She just had the slaves go work for other white people.
Y'all, we leaving right now.
Okay, so that was the first thing that Kanye West said that, as you can imagine, resulted in a bit of a PR problem. Seriously, who the fuck roasts Harriet Tubman? Who does this shit? Like, I've never met a single person that is like, yeah, you know Harriet Tubman? Yeah, you know, she never actually freed any of the slaves, dude. Fuck her, man. Which, by the way, is not true. Harriet Tubman did free up to 50 slaves. She also really helped with the Underground Railroad. And a lot of the slaves that she freed, although family members, she did help in freeing a good amount of slaves. So for Kanye West to make this statement, it just, I have no clue what he's even talking about. I also am really confused what the context is with that clip. Like, it seemed like he was talking about something entirely different, and then all of a sudden just brought up Harriet Tubman. He's like, hey everybody, if we could just quiet down, please. Thank you everyone for attending. By the way, Harriet Tubman? Fucking loser, right?
She said she was pregnant, and for 1 month, and 2 months, and 3 months, we talked about her not having this child. And God said, if you fuck with my vision, I'm gonna fuck with yours. And I called my wife, and she said, we're gonna have this baby.
Okay, so I don't really have too much of a problem with that. I mean, as many of you know, I am anti-abortion. I really do consider myself pro-life. So Kanye West talking about being pro-life and you know, choosing not to get the abortion, that's great, that's cool. I agree with that. Still, his articulation and the way he's sort of explaining this, just, it doesn't make sense, and I don't think it's really getting the point across that he's trying to get across. This has also resulted in a bunch of controversy with him and his wife. During that segment, Kanye also apparently said, even if my wife wants to divorce me after this speech, she brought North into the world, even when I didn't want to, he said while crying. She stood up and she protected that child. So although I agree with his sentiments, the articulation kind of makes it just sound like the babbling of a crazy person. I'm sorry, Kanye.
My mom saved my life. There would have been no Kanye West because my dad was too busy.
Damn. Damn. Shit. I feel like this is the kind of conversation you have with a therapist, not in front of the press for a presidential campaign rally? When I think about going to a presidential rally, I think about hearing out the candidate, hearing about some policy ideas. This just sounds like a lot of personal and emotional shit. I mean, obviously that's horrible. It's horrible that his dad wanted to abort him, and that's really sad. But again, like this not who I picture for my president, guys. There's absolutely nothing wrong with guys crying or anything like this, but I do feel like this is a testament to his weak mental health, especially for someone who is apparently trying to run for president. I mean, it's kind of already an established fact that Kanye West has bipolar disorder, and I think this is probably just a testament of that. So a lot of red flags here from our Mr. Future President. This is kind of hard to watch. It's really, I mean, it's sad. Damn. So there's another really interesting clip. Him screaming about how he almost killed his daughter. Apparently Kim Kardashian is like pissed about this because this is a really private part of their relationship or something. This is probably not the best way to articulate your stance on abortion. And you know what? If you were at some kind of like pro-life panel and you started talking like this, maybe then I could see it. But when you're a presidential candidate holding an alleged campaign rally, and then you start melting down and just screaming like, "I almost murdered my daughter." It's sort of like, bro, calm down. You gotta kind of play by a little bit of different rules when you're trying to be president.
Abortion should be legal, but the option of maximum increase should be available.
I like how you can even hear the crowd like, wait, what does that mean?
Maximum increase would be everybody that has a baby gets $1 million or something in that way.
You guys hear that? Everybody who has a baby gets $1 million or something like that. Well, hold up here. Mr. West, I am sorry about everything I just said about your disaster of a campaign rally. If Kanye West actually gets elected and manages to pass a policy like this one, the first thing I'm doing is telling my wife to get off birth control. So these are a couple of the insane highlights from this presidential rally. Kanye never really went into policy. The closest he got to a policy was literally this, talking about maybe giving pregnant women $1 million or something like that. I surely hope Kanye knows that if you were offering an incentive to women who kept their children, especially an incentive as large as $1 million, you would see people getting pregnant left and right. Literally, pregnancies would probably skyrocket. So obviously that first campaign rally was absolutely insane. It literally like resembled bipolar disorder. And I'm not even saying that as a roast or anything, but just from those clips alone, that thing looked like a fucking emotional roller coaster. But this roller coaster is not over yet because Kanye West has repeatedly been making all kinds of wacky tweets and then deleting them. Just a further testament that this guy is losing his mind. Kanye West tweets and then deletes that he's considering postponing his presidential run to 2024. 2020 vision, or maybe 24, I guess. All black people supposed to vote on Biden. Y'all want me to run or nah, West said in a deleted tweet, according to Billboard. West deleted several tweets that he posted overnight, with the most recent one currently still up, simply saying, "Says the future president." So Kanye's being really fickle about all this. I kind of feel like he doesn't really know what the fuck he's doing. But my friends, this isn't even the worst of it. He made a significantly worse tweet that he quickly deleted. So first he says, they tried to fly in with 2 doctors to 5150 me. So for those of you who don't know, 5150 refers to a California code which allows you to temporarily, involuntarily lock someone in a psych ward, essentially. And then listen to this. He says, I've been trying to get divorced since Kim met with Meek at the Waldorf for prison reform. I got 200 more to go. This my lady tweet of the night. Chris Jong-un, Lil Baby, my favorite rapper, but won't do a song with me. What does this mean? Literally, what does this mean? It sounds like the ramblings of a crazy person. He then says, Meek is my man and was respectful. That's my dog. Kim was out of line. I'm worth $5 billion and more than that through Christ. But y'all ain't listened to MJ and now y'all believe them? So if we have any translators here who speak crazy, I would be very happy to know what the absolute fuck Kanye is trying to say in these now deleted tweets. But holy shit, can you imagine being a public figure with millions upon millions of followers and tweeting publicly that you've been trying to divorce your wife? I don't even think Kim Kardashian was aware of this. You just log in and see your husband's Twitter. Boom, your husband's tweeted that he's trying to divorce you. You're like, I'm in danger. Kanye did delete these tweets, which is probably for the best. The damage is already done. Now, although it's really fun to watch Kanye West have these sort of like nutcase meltdowns, it also is a little bit on the serious side, and I want to talk about that too, because mental health is something that's really important, and I feel like as society has progressed, people are more and more aware of mental health. And I'm sorry, but Kanye West is not healthy mentally. Kim Kardashian has addressed Kanye West's mental health and has asked for compassion. She says, as many of you know, Kanye has bipolar disorder. Anyone who has this or has a loved one in their life who does knows how incredibly complicated and painful it is to understand, she wrote. I've never spoken publicly about how this has affected us at home because I am very protective of our children and Kanye's right to privacy when it comes to his health. But today, I feel like I should comment on it because of the stigma and misconceptions about mental health. I mean, right now we have Trump, like a really stable genius, but Kanye West, we might be getting a completely unstable genius. It's funny though that it's so obvious Kanye West's mental health is a problem and that he shouldn't be running for president, but yet, who is the runner-up right now? Who's the person the Democrats have chosen right now? Oh right, dementia patient Joe Biden. It's funny because we're very easily able to rule out Kanye West and be like, yeah, it's funny for the memes and all that shit, but obviously his mental health is probably, you know, a problem. But then a bunch of Democrats are also like, hey, Joe Biden's pretty good. I've always wanted a president who can't remember what he had for breakfast. West has previously been open about his mental health. He spoke to David Letterman last year and said that he was diagnosed with bipolar disorder and discussed an involuntary psychiatric hold he underwent in 2016. So this sounds like something Kanye is dealing with a lot. And as we all know, running for president is extremely exhausting, both physically and mentally. And for someone who has been diagnosed with bipolar disorder, especially bipolar disorder that appears to be this severe, there is no way in hell Kanye West should be running for president until he gets his mental health under control. Because until then, Kanye West is going to continue losing his mind and causing a PR problem for his entire family. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Are you still gonna vote for Kanye West just for the memes? Do you think that he's just losing his mind and needs to sit down and step down ASAP? Or maybe you're thinking, hey, if Biden can run being an absolute crazy person, then why can't Kanye? Please give this video a like, comment below, and subscribe to the channel. I hope you guys enjoyed this one, and don't forget to click that subscribe button for new videos every day. I'll see you all soon. Peace.